Today we're going to talk about fear and what you can do about it, how it's here to help you, and how you can move through it or move away from it or move into it, whatever option you like. Because it's something that has its grip on you. It's something that won't let you go, and it's something that blocks you and keeps you from living a life that you want to live, that you dream about living, that you have planned before you were even born to live, was this beautiful bright light. But you came into physical form, and once you got into physical form, you found this lovely friend, fear. And I say friend. We're going to get back to that, why I use that word. But in physical form, you experience fear in a way that you just don't on the other side when you're in your natural state. It's not a natural part of who you are. In fact, what fear is, in my picture of it, is if you imagine, actually I heard this analogy and so I'm going to use it because I like it. If you imagine like a comet, and at one end of the comet is light and love and brightness, source, God, whatever, the divinity, love. As you get further and further away from that bright light, it gets darker and darker. And at the end is fear. So fear and love are on the same spectrum. They're just different gradations. And fear is basically the absence of love. It's the opposite of love. You think the opposite of love is hate? It's not. Fear. It's fear. And so we really want to be moving from a place out of fear because it's uncomfortable. And I'm going to tell you why it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable, and we want to get into a place of love. And I'll tell you why it's uncomfortable is because it is not who we are. It's out of alignment with ourselves. Our true nature, open up any spiritual book, our true nature is to be one of love. And so when we are doing things and being ways that are in alignment with who we really are, it feels good. That is a sign that you are being more authentically true, is when you feel good. This is why it's important to do things that bring you joy and bring you pleasure. This is the sign of the direction you want to go in your life when it gives you positive feelings, because that means it's more in alignment with who you truly are. But when you do things that feel bad and make you feel afraid, that just shows you that you're out of alignment with who you really are. So let's talk about fear a little bit more, because here we are. Here we're talking about fear. Let's dig in. I find that fear particularly comes up when you lie to yourself. When you tell yourself that you can't do something, that you're not good enough, that it's not possible, that it can't happen, those are all like little fire-breathing dragons of fear that tell you that you can't, that you're not good enough. And it doesn't feel good because it's not true. It's not true. So let's get into an example. Let us say that you have found something that you want to do with your life. Maybe you want to be a writer. Maybe you want to be an artist. Maybe you want to be a healer. And you're all excited and it feels really good. And it feels good and exciting because it's true to you. It's your truth. It's your soul's truth. And that's the path that you want to go on. And so you start going on it. You start getting your paints. You get an outline together for your book. You hang up a little shingle for your healing practice, whatever it might be. And then all of a sudden, you have these negative stories that come into your head that tell you that you can't, that tell you that you're not going to actually do this. You're not going to get this done. It tells you that nobody wants to hear what you have to say, or who do you think you are? You're not a writer. You're not an artist. All these negative things and these voices, these words, they start making you feel small. They start making you contract. They start making you pull back and not be in an open state where you can flow and create and give what you are here to give. These thoughts that are in your head, they're not true. They are things that are part of our collective consciousness. They are part of maybe our culture, what we've picked up from our culture, what we've picked up from our parents, what we've picked up from past lives and past experiences. Your job is to clear them. They come up, and I said earlier that they're your friends, They're your friends because these fears are powerful tools to help you grow spiritually. You did not come into form to have no fear. You came into form to experience fear and to go through fear and to overcome it. Because it is by walking through fear is like walking through a fire. And when you walk through that fire, it burns up all of this resistance that you have, and it releases this mass amount of energy that helps propel you forward. And here's one of the gifts that fear gives you, though, is it pushes on you. It pushes on you and it feels so uncomfortable. And you shrink and you hide and you shrink and you are in pain, and it gets darker and it gets harder. This doesn't sound good. Why do I keep on going this direction? Because eventually it gets so painful, it gets so hard, it gets so dark that you have to do something. You can't stand being by yourself and then your fear any longer, and it pushes you. Now, you might be able to push through it early on when it isn't so hard, and you might continue to hide from it until things get darker and darker and darker. Eventually, you will break. Eventually, you will break open. My ask for you is to break open before it gets hard, before it gets really, really hard. But if you're in a dark place and you're immobilized by fear right now and you can't move forward and you think I'm crazy, that's fine. You can sit in that fear. That is fine. You can do it. I wish that not for you because I know how uncomfortable and painful it is. But eventually it will get so hard. It will get so hard that you have to do something about it. You have to. And it might be in this life and it might be in the next life. I don't know. But eventually you'll get to the part where you will surrender. You will surrender. And once you surrender and just let go of everything, that gives you the chance to actually open up and receive the love that you are by your own nature. So if you're in that dark place, you've got a couple of options, okay? You got a couple of options to play with this friendly fear that you're dealing with. You can look it in the eye. You can say, fear, you're a liar. And I'm just going to move through you. You have to recognize fear is just your mental thoughts. It's mental patterns. It's not reality, right? Reality is whatever you're experiencing in the now. So if your fear is that you're going to be bankrupt and homeless, well, in the moment, if you're just in the moment right now, you're sitting in a room, you can feel your body. Maybe your bank account has a variety of different numbers in it that you don't like. Those are just electronic numbers if you are just sitting in your present experience in the now. If it does get to the point that you are homeless, if that does happen in the future, then you'll deal with it in that moment. And in that moment, you can drop into presence. And in that moment, you can see what your options are. In that moment, you can see how powerful you are and how you can create every version of reality that you want. It's how you react to that moment that's the pain. That's the suffering. What you're thinking about that moment is the pain and the suffering. So don't invite that future pain and suffering into your present moment because you have no idea what's going to happen in the future. You have no idea what you are capable of creating in the future, both negative and positive, and how you might be able to get out of it. What you do know is where you are at in this moment right now. And maybe it's a beautiful day out, maybe it's a hot day out, maybe it's a rainy day out. I don't know. Here it's beautiful right now. So maybe you just sit in the sunshine and just allow the sun to come in and warm you up and just be in the present moment. And realize again that those fears are just words and thoughts in your head. And you can put them aside and move forward one step at a time into the fear. Whatever it is that you are afraid of, just walk into it because you will find that you are stronger than the fear, that you are bigger than the fear, that you are more powerful than the fear. Because like that comment I said, That big part of the top of the comet is love, and the tail end is fear. You are love. That's who you are. That's your nature. So by your own design, you are so much bigger than the fear. It doesn't feel like it. I know that because fear can feel all encompassing. And that's why you just got to breathe, feel in the present moment, and move forward. Now, some of you have said, I can't. I cannot. That fear is too strong. It's too much. I can't just move into it. I can't. Okay. You're at where you're at, and that's okay. We're all at different places. There's nothing the matter with where you're at. Where you're at is where you're at. So here's the second option that I'm going to give you that I have personally tried and find helpful when you're in that deep and dark of a place. And that is to just surrender. I personally like to lie on the floor. There's something about lying on a floor that feels really solid and grounding and supportive. And just surrender. Just release. You can imagine it, all the fears and worries and doubts and all the parts of you that you don't like. Everything that is wrong with you, that you think is wrong with you, because nothing's wrong with you. But all that judgment that you have about yourself, all the things that are hard, all the things that you can't do, all the things that you wish you were, that you just can't seem to be, all of those expectations, all of the expectations everybody else has for you, all of the expectations the world has for you, and just give up. Just give up. Just let it all go and surrender. And just surrender to whatever you see as a holy power, right? If that's God, if that's Jesus, if that's Source, if that's the universe, if it's you, if it's your own higher, more divine self, the part of you who knows who you truly are, whatever it is, just surrender and say, okay. I think the word okay is one of the most powerful and underrated words in the entire English language, because everything is okay. It doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be horrible. It can be okay. And you can just say, okay to this moment. Okay to what's happening now. Okay to the fact that you're afraid. It's okay you're afraid. You're here on earth to be afraid and to overcome that fear, to push through that fear, to surrender. Whatever your path is, it's okay. It's okay. So just take a deep breath in, let it all go, and say it's okay. It's okay if I'm not successful. It's okay if I can't do this. It's okay if my life is in shambles. It's okay if I've experienced chronic pain. Everything is okay. And by surrendering, that again brings you into the present moment. And that again brings you into alignment with who you are, because it's all those judgments and expectations and fears, etc., that take you out of alignment with who you are. So by surrendering, you're just letting all of that go. Just let it all go. Let it all go and be. Because in the end, that's the name of the game, is just being able to be at a place where you can just be yourself in peace. All right. That's what I have to say today about fear, and I hope it was useful. It's a nasty little bugger, the fear, but it is our greatest tool, our greatest lesson, our greatest growth opportunity. So as much as we want to push against it, it really is here to make us brighter and stronger. So if we can get into the place where we love fear, appreciate fear, are grateful for fear, I'm still working on that. But if we can get to that place, wow, then we can do anything. I wish you much love and much fear, I suppose. No, I don't. I don't wish you a bunch of fear. But I do wish you tremendous growth and to be the bright being that you are.